This is a win and in-round to top cut. The loser of this round will be out of the tournament, and the winner of this round will be advancing to the top cut of 8 tomorrow. As we start off with a brief camera glitch. 1 second. Camera glitch fixing. Okay, here we go. Fast and Furious already. Joker has 2 amber, and he's playing down some Brobnar creatures. It looks like Volca and a Toon, I think. Oh, it's a Halifest deck. Ooh, fun. So we've got some Halifest stuff happening. And then Odd Monster comes back with, it looks like a couple ZPOs rather. Vanilla creatures that enhance. And Echo Reflector, I think. These guys are playing fast. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with all this. Joker's fighting into the Echo Reflected creatures with more of the Brobnar creatures, and he's just establishing a board right now. He's up to 3 amber. I think he's going to reap there for 4. And now we have a thing. It is very kind of Joker to face his cards facing his opponent. Unfortunately, what that means is that the entire camera is inverted, and if I went back and tried to invert the camera right now, it would be chaos, because then I would have to somehow invert all of the graphics. So I apologize, but we are going to watch this one upside down, it looks like. Because you can't invert the graphics, it would be too crazy. So he's got the double capture onto Grey Rider. And there's captures the rest of that. Was that Light Everlasting? What is that? Light Everlasting. Yeah, she was Light Everlasting twice. 2 Light Everlastings. And he's now up to 7, looks like. Okay. What is that? I don't quite understand what just happened. It looks like Joker captured some amber and then donated it. I don't know. It looked like it was a shrewd investor, but how? Oh, exchange program. Okay, so we traded. He captured a bunch of amber and then exchange programmed it off. This is Fast and Furious, and then yeah, that's how. Thank you. Then he played Retribution, which I don't think fired because he had too many creatures. And Grey Rider in 2. So he's sitting with a lot of available amber. He does get to check at 6. And we're looking at Volca, Get Hammer, a Warrior token. He's going to play Photon Blast. I think that's what that is. Oh, Joker's deck is also a stone deck. I didn't even realize that. Wow, this is a lot of stuff happening in Joker's deck at the bottom. Plays, I think that's another Echo Reflector on the token, going to 5. The Echo Reflector will take Odd Monster off check. Does play Future Booster. So, Odd Monsters and Saurian. Plays Hoplite's Dory, I guess? It's a fun card. Oh, I was wondering why Odd Monster didn't forge, because it was the Echo Reflector. So Odd Monster's now up to 9. Hoplite's Dory is very large, causes that creature to be large now, but just stops to reap. He's playing Capture as my camera goes out. 1 second, fixing. Okay, and we're back. Meanwhile, he's up to 10 amber. Oh, nope, sorry. Wrong screen. Nope. Oh, that's not what I want to do. There we go. 10. Cool. And he has double Capture on the board. Double Capture is insane. What are these decks? Alright. Neverborn Squire. Is going to check. Playing Halifax to gain chains and to get 2 members of the band, which look like, I think, Harmel and Brick. Because he's got Volca and Get out there. So the band is back together. Been waiting all tournament to be able to use that terrible line. They have all 4 Brobnar members of the band. He's presumably going to play the other 2. I think he's down to 8 now. They shuffle because Halifax. Now Joker is going to play both band members and then play an additional Brobnar creature. So what's the one that causes it to... The Get Hammer. Get Hammer is 1. So he's going to fight he has double Volca. So Harmel 2, Get Hammer, double Volca, and Brick Nasty. That's a lot of Halifax things. So he fights Volca into the big creature with splash damage, killing the big creature and adding an insane amount of amber to Joker's pile. I think we're at 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he's just replacing it. Okay, that looks better graphically. We'll go with that. So he's got 13. Got it. 13 amber over there, and I think... I can't tell if there's a small 4 damage splash. I think... Well, I don't know if it stacks, but it definitely shouldn't be 4 unless I miss something, because Volca only provides 1 splash. There are 2 Volcas, right, but then that should, if it stacks, it should be 2 splash, not 4, because Volca only gives splash attack 1. So maybe I'm missing something else that you're saying, but so Volca, each one is going to splash attack 1. So it should be splash 2 if it stacks, but I don't actually know. Oh, he fought twice. Maybe it could be that there's a ruling on this that gaining splash attack 1, they just gain splash attack 1 twice. So Volca does not count itself. That's true. So if the 2 fights were Volca fighting, then Volca itself would only have 1 from the other Volca. If that makes sense. Volca's other... Oh, no. It says each... No, it doesn't. It says each other... It says each friendly Brobnar creature. Volca is a friendly Brobnar creature. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. All the Brobnar stuff is going to disappear, though. I think they're figuring out... Yeah, okay, so they did figure out what you guys were saying, that the splash attack should have been big enough. But now the red alert is going to pretty much kill the board. Reset camera 1 second. Okay. Okay. He's up to 15, 14 now. What card is he playing? Recorded history. The Dino guy is dead. Rogue Operation stole a couple. And then so he's up to 6. Yeah, I'm not sure, Corey, exactly what that is. I think he's at 8 now, unless there's... no, never mind. I think he's at 11. I think there's 3 hidden under my overlay here. They're just playing so fast that with all these interactions, it's difficult to track if I'm not familiar with the deck. So I'm doing my very best. I apologize if I missed something here. I think he pulled... Not Friendly Guide. What was that? It was Cultural Exchange, I think, maybe? That's a Friendly Guide. Oh, he played Grunt Work. That's what he played. He played Grunt Work and then Friendly Guide. And then he played the... What is that? Operations Yishi. So taunting, protecting the Friendly Guide. And he's up to... I'm sorry. He forged a key. He's got the red key. And he's down to 5 now. Jolker is. Okay. I think we're caught up. Presuming that there's Amber under the thing. There's a judge call. I'm going to walk over to the table to figure what this is. Okay, that was a bit of an interesting situation. Jolker's deck is off stream, but Jolker went to draw cards, and he had a card, I think, from his previous opponent or something. He had some card that was not from his deck in his deck, and he accidentally drew the card. He didn't know it was in the deck. I don't know how it got there. It doesn't really matter. The ruling was you just draw another card because it's not supposed to be part of the deck, so it doesn't matter, which I think is fair. It's just a very odd situation. So that's what the judge call was. And at the bottom, we have an Echo. I think we have an Echo Reflector and an Uplink at the 2 creatures at the bottom. One of them is Taunt. And remember, we have a double Capture in play, so any pips that Odd Monster plays could get converted into Capture. Okay. So Odd Monster did forge the blue key. Blue key is down to 4 now. And Jolker is off check at 5, but close. So the Amber counts and the pools are pretty close. The board states are, I'd say reasonably close, although double Capture is a big deal. Future Booster is good, but double Capture is a big deal. The interesting thing in this matchup is I have not had enough time to analyze this in advance, but maybe people in chat can chime in if they've been looking at these stacks. Say Jolker, I don't think he's discarded Stone yet. I could have missed it. But say he hasn't discarded Stone. If Jolker is to draw Stone right about now in the game, well, he's playing Brobner, so I don't think that's going to happen. But if he had drawn Stone there, the question I would have with whether or not you want to play Stone, and the answer is probably no, because you have all these band members. You're getting the band back together, apparently. I just think Stone is probably a discard. Hold on, fix camera glitch. Okay. And Joker's back up to 7 after having reaped a couple times with Brobnar creatures, I believe. All right, back over to Odd Monster. Joker's in check at 7. Capture with the Saurian creature there. What are those? 5-power Saurian creatures? Chancellor? No. One Grammatis. There might be a capture. I think there's a draw pip that got resolved as capture. I think maybe on both. So I think they captured on both to take Jolker off check. That would make sense. using the function of a Captura. Yeah, I'm also glad that wasn't a DQ as well, Corey. I don't know. It would be a hard DQ for me. Like, it would, like, in terms of it would be a difficult, like, justification to disqualify someone for having an extra card in deck that isn't part of their deck. Because it's like, he didn't realize until he drew it, and, like, it has a different sleeve. So it's like, I think. So it's like functionally, once it's like, oh, well, this isn't supposed to be there. So it would be very odd if it was DQ because there's no conceivable advantage that I can think of that he would gain from that. But yes, obviously an innocent mistake in terms of intention and effect. But that is the situation we find ourselves in. So both players have 5 amber here. I don't know whose turn it is. I think Jolker is determining what he wants to call. He's got all these Brobnar creatures. Looks like Dubber Volca, Brick Nasty, Gedhammer. And Gedhammer is the one that readies all the Brobnar creatures. So that's a pretty huge piece of any deck that has it in it. Especially when you have a Warrior token. Especially when you have a Hallowfest. Or Hollowfest. So I can report, just glancing over at the tables, 2 of the 3 matches I can see in Alliance that are not on camera. There's 1 match on camera that I can't see all the players because they're obstructed. And then there's 2 matches on the outer tables. Z is playing Sydney for a berth in the top 4, and Dave is playing someone else who's obstructed from my view for a berth in the top 4. So those are the 3 Alliance matches that are going on currently. One of them is on TTR stream, of course. We're fixing the camera. There we go. We are now fixed. It looks like Jolker is probably going to go Brobnar here, which would make sense, I think. I don't quite know what's in his hand, so... Okay, nope, I was wrong. He goes Star Alliance. Fights Yishi into that. Or is that Yishi, right? What is that? Yeah, Yishi into that. Takes 2 damage. Friendly Guide will allow Friendly Guide to be used when Volca is used, but no value being gained here. Does get up to 6 though. That is, I think, Culture Exchange. Culture Exchange is a fascinating card of which I've not really seen any type of. It forces the opponent to put all of their archives in their hand, potentially when they're not ready for it, but I don't think Odd Monster archives cards in this deck, so just kind of a mostly dead card with an Amber Pip on it in this matchup. But that is very fascinating tech in certain other matchups. Okay, so we played an upgrade and then played Red Alert to deal 2 to everything, I think. I don't know why Red Alert caused... Oh, does Red Alert have... Red Alert has a damage pip on it, so he killed one of his own creatures to increase the impact of Red Alert, and then Red Alerting for 3. So that I don't think kills anything on the board, except for it does kill the Friendly Guide, so that is relevant. Because it had, I think, the Echo Booster on it, which increased the key cost. But other than that, there's still a bunch of Brobnar creatures with damage on it. And he's going to run a Sanctum creature. What is it? It's not the Grey Rider. Almsmaster, that's what it is. He ran Almsmaster into a couple other things. And there's that 3-power creature. A 2-power. Scout Thief Jotars. It made more tokens. They did Rogue Operation, again, to steal 2. Camera effects. Martyr, okay. Alright, thanks, Dan. Oh, Martyr does take him off check. If that's what he used to kill. And so now, Odd Monster up to 7, it looks like. Oh, hold on. Screen. Alright. Joker now back down to 5, but up to 6. Was at 5 at the beginning of turn, so that's why he didn't forge. What did he do to gain an Amber? Did something in Equidon I didn't see. Played a couple Equidon creatures down here. Pull up stakes? I don't think so, because I didn't see anything bounce. Okay, so he's got, I think one of these is Tarhiri Esquire. Yeah, he's got 2 Tarhiri Esquires. So each non-token creature gains destroyed mega token creature, which is just a crazy card if you're running a token heavy or a token emphasis deck. Alright, so Joker had gone up to 8. One of them gets captured. Now another one gets captured. So we have more capturing with Captura, Sigil Brotherhood. I think Odd Monster's down to 7, but without an Echo Booster, I think Odd Monster is now in check. Definitely now in check at 7. Time to kill Esquire while you have no deck. Yeah, I think that's probably true. Oh, yeah, no literal deck. Yeah, I think you would probably want to kill. I see what you're saying. The problem is, I think his deck is slightly off screen. I don't know if he actually has no deck. Okay. So, alright, Joker's fighting some Brobnar stuff in, killing creatures, gaining 2. Joker now up to 9. I think you're right. I think there was no deck. So it would have been a good time to kill the Esquires. Of course, you kill one of them. They only get 1 trigger. Kill the one, and then the other one doesn't have a trigger. Oh, no, wait. It's each friendly creature. Yeah, never mind. They both get... Do they both... So does that... If you have... Yeah, if you have 2 creatures, if you have Tarhiri Esquires, and you have 2 of them, then each time your opponent kills any of your non-token creatures, you get 2 tokens. That's wild. It's absolutely wild. Okay. Playing some Saurian stuff here. I see what you're saying about Ragnarok prep, Astron. That's definitely a good point. Let's see, Monster fighting in some squires into Joker's board, making 2 token creatures. Killing 1, making 2 token creatures. Don't know why he didn't kill the Esquire rather than why he fought a non-Esquire creature. He's just increasing the problem. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think we're going to see Stone. I think a decision was made. I mean, he's gone through his deck more than once already, so if he had an opportunity, he would have had an opportunity to play Stone at some point in time in this game anyway. He chose not to, which does appear to be the correct choice, to be clear. But, yeah, that's a little weird. From the Beware the Ides kill. Did Beware the Ides occur before the Tarhiri was killed? I didn't catch when that was. Before the one Tarhiri was killed. That's not on the board. Okay, well that could be correct then. I'm not quite sure. I try here to. I mean, I'm certainly not disputing what you're saying, but my threshold for running over to the game table and interrupting their game is has to be something that I think is it's actually difficult to define what my threshold was. I was trying to define it out loud, but it's difficult. I don't know. I guess I don't feel comfortable with that because I'm not, like, you're probably correct, but I'm not quite sure. And also there have been so many game actions that have taken in between there. So, but I do hear what you're saying. Like, it's possible there should be 1 extra token on the board here. He's going to auction off, what did he auction off? His own thing to get to check. So he auctioned off his own future sight booster. The visible hand, damage pip kills that creature, and he shows Stone in hand with 3 other cards. 2 Equidon, it looks like, or 1 Equidon, 1 Star Alliance. Those colorations are very similar. And 1 of the 3rd house. All right, on Monster forging a 2nd key. So we're heading down to it here. Forges the yellow key. Is at 4 amber. Has to take Joker off check. With 2 captures, you'd figure that the odds of him not being able to do that with any given hand is almost nothing. So you start out very powerful with a Red Alert. Yes, Esther, I think you're probably right about that as well. I would think that would be the better idea. Although he's red alerting here, he's going to use one of them as a the follow-up. He's going to use one of them as a capture. Capture, scout out, rogue operation, discards 2 cards and steals. Looks like just 1. Doesn't quite get him to check. Plays CPO Zytar. Captures 1 on CPO Zytar, so we're down. Joker's down to 3. Okay. And then other Zytar. So, unfortunately for Odd Monster, that rogue operation hitting 2, if I saw that correctly, hitting 2 of the same house means that he couldn't get to check this turn, which is a pretty big deal because it opens up the flexibility for Joker to call really anything he wants that advances the game without needing to call a house that takes his opponent off check. So it's tempo moments like that in the game that can prove very, very crucial. We'll see what Joker is able to do with this turn. Plays, I think that's pull-up stakes. Yeah. Pull up stakes to shuffle the 2 tokens back in and to bounce the entire board, which is a big problem if Odd Monster doesn't already have Amber Control in hand. Again, double capture, you would think. He does. I mean, you can see the pips in the hand. Does he have 2 pips in any house, though? Plus a creature. The problem with pull-up stakes here is the tempo hit. That even if he had a way to take his opponent off check now, he's probably not going to be drawing many, if any, cards following that. And so as a result, he's not going to have... he would have to be fortunate enough to have enough Amber Control in his hand for 2 consecutive turns. So he does start... what was that? I don't know what that was. Patronage? No, that was... something... Sorry, I didn't see why Amber got put on the creature, but he played Meteor to kill everything. Resolves the 2 draw pips as capture. I think that's all they've been resolved as with Captura. So Captura is clearly keeping him in the game here. He goes to 7, it looks like. And, sorry, I didn't update that in a little while. He's going to play Here Comes Hallowfest. Hedonistic Intent. That's right. Exalt the Flank Beams. Thank you. And then he Regrettable Meteored. Just Beware the Ides. Just kill it. So he's up to 7. And now we're going to get Brobnar turn with Hallowfest, pulling Get Hammer and I think one of the Volkas. So plays all of the Brobnar, plays the band, plays Ragnarok Prep, and concedes? I don't quite understand. There must be more Amber there. Hold on, let me figure out what happened and who won that game. Okay, so apologies. Ragnarok does lose 2. Here's the problem. There's actually 6 Amber total because our graphic covered up one of the Amber. This is something we'll work on in future editions of the graphic to make it transparent temporarily so I can see. He was at 8 Amber when he played Ragnarok Prep, taking him down to exactly 6, which is exactly enough to forge. So Odd Monster narrowly gets the win in a very close game. Odd Monster is advancing into the top cut. We'll be in the top 8 tomorrow here on this stream. Jolker, unfortunately, narrowly misses the top 8. Very close game. Well played by both players.